So I thought we should apologise before the video begins for the fact we haven't been issuing that many of the videos, and we've had a problem with our Apple Mac.
They're very sick.
It has indeed, and it had a failing hard drive. It is fixed now, so hopefully we can get on and produce some more videos, keep you up to date with it. So at the end of the video, don't forget to remember to hang on for the outtakes at the end. We do put a few right at the end of the video, and we hope you enjoy those.
Okay, so where are we going today?
Mary's making me row to the beach. Now there's a bit of swell on the beach, so we didn't want to up-tip the dinghy and put the outboard in under the water, so we're rowing ashore. It's quite a long way against the wind.
The tide's taking you in.
No, it's not.
There she is. I thought we were going nose first. What easier to pull it in?
I'm going to go stern first.
Okay, we're nearly there. Yeah, right.
All four main towers on this part of the island. This is the north of Guernsey here. Same sort of structure with the door part way up. So we're off on a little trip today over to Hern. Going to stay overnight there and then have a look at a couple of more possible anchorages and see how many days we're going to stay there. It's only a small island, but it'll be nice to explore that.
We're going to go and walk all of Hern. Little does Paul know. I have his walking shoes.
As long as I've got the right shoes on, that'll be fine. Nice day.
It is. Very nice.
It was interesting watching all the chaos as we exited the harbour, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was about 5 boats racing to get in. They were terrified they weren't going to get in tonight.
Quite a bit of tidal action here between all these rocks at the south end of Hern. This is on the course we're on, this is the mark we're trying to get around, this one here. And you can see the turbulence in the water where the tidal rip is going through. So lots of swirlies in the water here. We've currently got 3.7 I think with us. So yeah, tide's very important around this island. At first sight, Hern looks like a nice little anchorage in this eastern side of the island. Beach looks nice, there's a little cafe bar in there. North end of the island looks fairly flat, and then this end of the island seems to have more rocks and trees and greenery on it. There's 4 or 5 boats in the anchorage we're in, and then I think the shallower draft boats are in there. Coming around that corner there, we had 3.4 knots with us, so we just sheltered out of that current. So I don't know what happens when the current runs the other way. I'll have to wait and see when the tide changes. Let your feet dry out, and then what you say you're going to do?
Now I'm going to put my shoes on before we go for a walk.
This is the eternal problem of bringing the dinghy ashore, getting wet feet, and then wanting to walk around the island. Right, we're off for a walk around Hern. Looking forward to this.
Somewhere up here behind the island.
Yeah, we're ashore. So what are you looking forward to today?
We're going round the island.
Yeah, a bit of exercise. Yeah, we haven't really been doing very much the last couple of days.
It's not huge, but...
And we've got a lovely view. Right, Mary's got a stick with her. I'm not sure what she's going to do with that, but pick up litter. A little bit cloudy today, but we're on Shell Beach. We're looking for exotic shells, but haven't found any yet. So this is what you call a rocky coastline. How about that, eh? All these rocks and that over there. So this is the west side of the island, and Peterport in the distance. Mary was surprised by having seen so many houses on the island, but it's actually the other island. A few paces, it's a new view around here. So we've done the beach walking, now we're going up in the heather and the ferns and stuff and the bracken. I think this is the only harbour on Hern, but we're going to take the coastal route. We're about halfway around the island, not much of a hill to climb. This is the shopping centre. The harbour's completely dry. I think that's luggage coming ashore or something. Oh, it's not damageable. The original harbour crane from the harbour was used up until the 1990s, so it's been rebuilt. Looking good. They get around on the island and move stuff and supply food and ship rubbish around. This is the prison on the island of Hern. I wonder how many people have been in there. There's an anchorage we looked at last night, but the pilot guide says high tide you get a lot of current running through here, so we didn't bother. Side of the island you can definitely see all the currents coming through here. The swirlies in the water, the various marks to keep you clear of things. We came round this south corner last night and I think we had 4.5 knots of current with us at one point, so not to be trifled with, the tides around here. So this is the second anchorage that we were interested in. Just a lot of tide flowing past it offshore, and we didn't really know what it was like on the seabed here, but it looks like it's sand. There's a lot of sloe berries here, but Mary's not interested in putting them in a gin. More tidal flow coming through here, you can see it. Finally, we've almost completed our circuit and we're going to get back to that beach to get to the dinghy. A few people arrived since we were last here. This was the collection of shells that we made from Shell Beach. These are quite pretty, these little ones, quite nice colours, and I've got some white ones. Mary got the biggest one. There we go. Our mooring pattern, and you can see the channels where the current runs through on this part of the picture, and where all the strong currents come through. Oh dear, we're going to get rocked here. Not sure if they're on a shout or they're actually out training. We think it's just a training exercise because they've seem to be doing a lot of talking and not much action. Don't know what they're up to. Well, they were obviously on exercise, but crikey, this is just crazy. I mean, look at the size of the stern wave you get from them. This poor boat next to us, he's going to be all over the place. There we go, we're going to get stuffed with it as well. We're off into the distance, I suppose. You've got to put up with these things and their own actual shouts, but that was a bit over the top for a practice. On the French boat, she wasn't very happy about it. Rocky rolly. She was down below in the cabin, didn't realise that was coming, but that would have been a bit scary. What's the exercise then? And you weren't, what did you say?
I wasn't very impressed with that pond.
Yeah, so it was a practice at firefighting, I think.
Pathetic, they couldn't even get it to work.
Couldn't get the hose to start, and then when they did, it was just a sprinkle. Another nice sunset, looking pretty. Oh, after the sun's gone down, it's looking even better now. Great sunset. Shell Beach. An adventure to go pick up our pot that we dropped yesterday, see if there's anything in there. And we've got nothing. Oh, we got shrimp.
Oh yeah, one shrimp.
It was a nice fat juicy prawn. We cooked him and ate him. Bye Hern. Nice day in that bay up there. Comfortable night last night. Had a couple of rocks from big powerboats coming past, but not really a problem with local waves.
And now we're heading to Sark. Lovely sky as well.
We're heading across the Big Russell today. We're going to run a little passage through there that we're interested in, and then we're going to anchor just the other side of it. That looks nice, bigger island than Hern.
I think we've got a long, steep climb to get up there today.
Okay.
The hairdresser told me yesterday about that.
Smart haircut. You got scalped.
I got scalped. Yeah.
Very glassy today. No wind. We're just rocking along. Sark is looming ever closer. There's a castle on there. I think it's called, is it Bressholm? Right. So we're going into this passage here called Moulinaire Passage. It's supposed to be running at 5 knots, about 5 to 6 knots at springs. We'll see what it's like today. House on the cliff top. It looked white from Hern with the sunlight on it, but it's a grey colour, castle colour. Not a bad pad really. Got his own gardens up there. There's a, I've been pronouncing it all wrong. This is the Gulio channel, not Moulion. He's just come hurtling out of there, but he's in a big powerboat, so I don't suppose he's got any problems with tides, like us yachties do. Quite a spectacular passage. I love the rocks around here, they're fantastic, aren't they? Just around that corner you can just see a few boats in here. That's where we're going to try for. And you can see the swirlies just as we're approaching in the middle there. You can just see them on the water. Oh, a couple of knots of tide anyway, that's good. You can see the current swirling through here. And out the other side. A little bit more coming, Mary thinks. 7 knots, so it's 3 knots of tide at the moment. So excitement over for the Gulio passage. An interesting little gap. It's certainly with a good spring tide running. I bet it's quite exciting that. The anchorage is over here. It's mooring buoys, but they all look to be taken. But we're going to go around to the next bay and have a look in there and see whether we can anchor in this bay. There's 3 yachts in there, so we'll maybe try that. Fisherwoman with a big smile on her face, look, see? Oh, she's happy.
Oh, we've got a few, I think.
She's got fish.
Oh, shit. Oh, I've lost the whole line.
Oh, lost a lot.
The whole thing, look.
Oh dear.
Right.
For tea, probably one each.
Rest of the pot.
One for the pot, the crab pot. We've left our pot over there this time, nothing in it apart from a shrimp this morning. Fisherman's got 3 fish today, so she's happy. And Akita's sitting nicely, we've got a good hold, sandy bottom. And we are going mountaineering in that bay. Up a hill which you're just beginning to see, and as we come around the corner of this rock you'll see it. Zigzags, it's like a mountain goat's track. So Dinger's ashore. We've got this piece of beach to make to get the dinghy up there. So we're a couple of puffing billies, and we've only just dragged the dinghy up the beach. Right, go on then. Start the ascent. Sherpa tensing. It's an awful long way up here. This is at the top. Definitely worth the climb. Looks great that side as well. There's on the isthmus between the two. And that's where we climbed from. So, yeah. So what do you think of the climb? You didn't have a heart attack. Didn't have a heart attack. Little village here. The main form of transport around here seems to be carts and horses. This is the silver mine on Sark. I don't think it's still used, but an unusual place for silver to be. And another chimney over there. I think this is Venus Pool down here. Excitement here. Another pot, another day, another pot to haul. See if we've got anything in the pot.
Didn't last time.
No, we had a shrimp. We had a nibble on a shrimp. It's not looking good. Oh yeah.
Oh, shit, it's an eel. I'm not getting
What's in it?
It's an eel. I am not touching that.
Alright, well we'll get that out.
Oh God, no! Keep it away from me.
Ooh, lovely.
Oh gee, no! Hear me.
And there's a crab in there. So we've got a crab and an eel. Mmm.
Oh God, oh, get there. No.
They're lovely to eat.
I didn't
We've
get
got an eel in here. Mary doesn't like it. We've also got a crab in there somewhere. So we'll see what's what. We're just going to let it go because it's not very big.
Well, it was a nice little anchorage in there, but very rolly. You need a, what was it called? A flopper stopper. If you don't know what it is, look it up.
So another rocky passage around this end of the island, all rocks everywhere. Little rock jumping passages between them, that's about your best bet. Where we're going today? Terrible Bay.
Terrible Bay, that's right. Not Terrible Bay, Terrible.
Yep, so that's the chart and where we've been bouncing in amongst the rocks. That's the silver mines we visited yesterday. Rocks to negotiate. Mary's worried we're heading for a rock. We're going to turn right from there. Rocks to the left. And rocks to the right. We climbed up to yesterday and then looked out to this side to the anchorages we're actually going to stay in tonight. There's no way down that, it's a vertical cliff. So this is Dixcart Bay, nice little bay, a lot of people in here, busy. We're out in the middle there, in fact just about dead in the middle of all this lot. We're ashore and we're going for some vegetables and fruit and lemons and whatever, and it's yet another high climb out of here, so we've got to go up there I think somewhere. So we're down at the bottom of Harbour Hill, and to the left of us is where the ferries come in, Massaline Harbour, and to the right of us is Crewe Harbour, and you can see some of the tidal eddies that are off here. You're not allowed to anchor in this bay here because of the current that goes past. Lose your hat. This is one of the harbours, Massaline. And that tractor has brought the beer run down. It's got full of beer kegs in the hotel. How about trying to make his way against the current through there? You can see how fast he's going through the water. That's quite a lot of current against him. This is Crewe Harbour. We saw that little green boat yesterday showing people around the bay the other side of the island. Wow, tide's fair shifting through there, as Mary says there. That is quite a current. Well, I guess we had to have a beer after she climbed up the hill.
We're only halfway, aren't we?
No, I think we're nearly there. This is the north of the island, and you can tell where the prevailing wind's coming from on these trees. Yeah, prevailing winds definitely comes from the west. This is the crossroads in Sark. Not much traffic, and what traffic there is bicycles, carts, tractors, no cars here.
Hope you enjoy our trip to Hern and Sark as much as we did. Both brilliant islands. And what were your memories of them?
I suppose I enjoyed the kind of high cliffs and strong tides. That was my bits.
Yeah, the huffing and puffing up the cliffs.
Yeah, it was some fantastic sights really. When you got to the top though, it was worth it.
Definitely when you got there and got your breath back, you were fine, yeah.
Favourite island?
For me, Hern, because it was so laid back in time, unspoilt, and just very, well, they both were really, but Hern I think was slightly more laid back than Sark.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Hern would give my tick of approval, although Sark was very interesting.
Sark was pretty, yeah, and nice as well.
Pretty
yeah,
island as well,
definitely.
yeah. So that's all, folks, for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time. So don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos. And for now, we'll just say bye.
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 Royal Guernsey yacht course, golf course, yacht course, golf course. Duh. Oh God, no! Keep it away from me.
Lovely.
Oh gee, no! Hear me? No.
They're lovely to eat.
I wasn't very impressed with that fireman's juice. Yeah, right.